Hi, and welcome to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I am your host, Eric Knowles. But before we get started, a word from one of our supporters.
Miami-Dade College has career paths in anything you want to be. What's your story? Be global. Be cutting edge. Be inventive. Be investigative. Be a hero. What do you want to be? Be the best. Be you. Be MDC.
Hi, and welcome back to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. This is the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I am your host, Eric Knowles, and you already know, you see me laughing. I'm excited because, each and every day we're building, supporting small business. And this particular business, we are, so proud of the work that she is doing, growing her business. Dr. Amber Williams, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Before we get started in talking about the business, tell folks a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Dr. Amber Williams. I am born and raised in South Miami, graduate of the Great Bethune-Cookman University, graduated from Palmer College, decided I wanted to go into chiropractic instead of pediatrics, and here we are 5 years later at Upright Spine Center.
Upright Spine Center.
Yes.
You're needed.
Yes.
But then on the other side, some folks are like,
don't need you.
Yeah. Talk about that a little bit.
So when it comes to chiropractic care, a lot of people just focus on the spine and they don't think anything else that we can treat. So when it comes to treatment, actually 2 weeks ago, I treated someone for foot pain. Now, people think to come to a chiropractor for foot pain, but you do have bones in your foot, have nerves in your foot. A simple adjustment can tweak the bone over and alleviate pressure from the nerve, and you don't have pain. And the patient immediately walked out without pain. So we treat joints as well. As far as the scary tactics, I do get the myths. I do get it could get rough. I do see some chiropractors doing things they should not do. But I focus on basic chiropractic care. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just use the wheel and it get you where you're going.
Okay. So talk about that wheel.
All right. So with that wheel, it's been 5 whole years on that wheel.
5 whole years.
Ups and downs. I met the chamber in 2021 when we first started. We were fresh. We were raw. We didn't know anything. And
it's one thing about understanding your specialty. And it's another thing about running a business.
Correct.
So, I think that's where you're going.
I know how to be a chiropractor. Knowing how to be a business owner was something totally different. So meeting you all, interacting with people, that was very new to me. So thank you for providing the space for us to actually be on Zoom and connect. But then it was time for me to get out and network with people. Like, who are you? Okay, you're a chiropractor. So what? Tell me more. So I had to give a story as to what's going on with me. So building a Upright Spine Center, learning that back office, I just want to pitch competition, and you were the judge. And it was just like knowing your back office that was taught to me gratefully through the chamber, sitting me down, walking me through, teaching me this is how you know you're making money, and this is how you know you're not. So it's not so much about, yeah, you're a chiropractor, but let's figure out how we can market you so people know who you are, why to come to you, and so you can get that back office in line.
Right. And again, as I always say, to your point, have the back of your house together. You could be great at what you are as an expert, whether it's being a chiropractor, pediatrician, whether it is being a landscaper, et cetera, et cetera. But if you don't know how to first let people know that you're in business, and then keep those doors open by making sure the back of your house together, having the right legal setup, having the right financing, being taken care of, having accountants, having CPA, et cetera, knowing how to take care of your payroll, because you're not doing this by yourself.
And to piggyback off of that, I've been awarded grants and loan opportunities that I found out through the chamber as well. And if you don't have your back office in order, you cannot be awarded grants. And people are like, how do you get these grants? if you ain't filing your taxes right, if you're not doing these things properly, these people are all in your business. Yes, they want to see your tax statements, they want to see your bank statements, they want to see where your money is going and are you putting it into the business. So without that, I wouldn't have been awarded the grants that I have.
Right. And there's so many businesses, they think, well, I'm not going to pay my taxes. I'll wait till next year, or I'll,
Self-employed, they file self-employed. That's a thing too. I heard that's not the right way to go. I've always been taught with my coach for chiropractic care, pay yourself first.
right.
And I don't understand what that meant because it's like the business is not really making any money. What am I going to pay myself? And she's like, it doesn't matter. You pay yourself first. So the book Profit First helped me initiate that to figure out this is how your business is making money. This is how you pay yourself, just a system. So you got to set up that system.
Right. And as you said, we met you 4 or 5 years ago, and you have grown. You have done the right thing in terms of having the back of your house together.
Mm-hmm.
You have been awarded grants because of that. Tell folks about this whole grant thing, because they don't, a lot of folks watching, they hear about grants
Mm-hmm.
and they think it's a simple thing.
Yes.
But again, as you said, if you don't have the back of your house together, you can go after all the grants you want, but it's going to result in basically nothing.
Nothing. So with some of the grants that I won, shout out to Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust.
Mm-hmm.
MD, they helped me, Miami Open for Business. I won a pitch competition and a grant with them as well. So with purchasing these grants, people are like, what are you doing with your money? So as far as my business, when I first opened my business, I only had a chiropractic table, a vibration plate, and a bed. That was it. That was all I had. Coming into now, we're going on 5 years on February 21st. 15th, but the 21st is the celebration. But I now have cold laser therapy, I have shockwave therapy, I have compression therapy. Those are more advanced therapies to help. Chiropractic care does help. However, depending on your condition, if it's more chronic, you need something more advanced to help you. So I purchased those items to help the community. But then also now we just recently won the pitch competition with MD, and I purchased an X-ray unit. That was one of my challenges. So purchasing that X-ray unit so I could show you what your body looks like on the inside so I can naturally help you on the outside. And if I do have to refer out, because people are like, chiropractors don't fix everything. My goal is to make sure you don't have to go to surgery.
Right.
Because nobody wants to go to surgery. But if you come to me, I can fix it the natural way as much as I can. The sooner you come. Mm-hmm. Then once we go from there, we can figure out how we can keep you on a maintenance plan. So people think, oh, okay, I went to you for 30 visits. The pain's gone away. I'm going to go. That's not the goal. You have to continue with it. Just like you have your yoga, you work out. It's not like you're okay, I did my yoga for the month, I'm not doing it again.
No,
it's not how that works.
No,
it's a lifestyle.
Yeah,
So in your lifestyle, people who
absolutely.
meet I'm going to do yoga, and I'm not just doing it once a day, or once a week, or once when I pick it up. I'm doing it often. Right. Yeah, it's my lifestyle. So chiropractic care is a lifestyle. It should be in your life because you just want to make sure your spine is properly aligned, muscles are in the right place, nerves are going to the right organs, systems are flowing.
And the one thing that we don't really take into effect is the fact that we sit down
a lot.
Mm-hmm. And that really, it's not good for you.
It's not. You should get up at least once an hour. And when I say once an hour, I don't mean get up and, just move your body around. Some people are on Zooms all day, but if you could turn it off for 1 second, get up, move yourself around, or move around in the chair, something is better than nothing.
Take some yoga.
Listen. And then when you're on a computer, I found myself guilty of this too. When you're on a computer, sometimes you're like leaning in like this and you don't realize it. Now I'm trying to figure out I'm not
hamstrings.
The back of the chair is supposed to be there, and hamstrings. Yeah, a lot of kids who are in sports experience a lot of injuries because they're pulling their hamstrings because they're shortened when you're sitting for so long. They're in school all day, but then they're not stretching either.
Right.
So it's just about education and letting everybody know.
Right. And but before we go any deeper, we're actually gonna find out about one of our supporters and how they're helping our community. Be right back.
Learn and earn today at Miami-Dade College. College graduates earn 56% more than high school graduates and $1 million more in lifetime earnings. A degree from MDC is your path to greater earning power and career success. Choose from hundreds of affordable high-tech and in-demand career programs, including cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, business, and nursing. Learn and earn today at MDC and fast-track your career. Enroll now at mdc.edu/purpose.
Hi, and welcome back to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. And I'm here with my friend, Dr. Amber Williams, upright spine center down there south. You're where?
I'm in Palmetto Bay.
Palmetto Bay. You ain't down south, but you south.
Considerably
It's south.
South
It's
to
south.
people.
It's
Yeah,
south.
it's deep.
It's deep.
Anything past downtown to y'all is deep south. So yes, just say south.
It's south. It's south. But you love your spot. We've been there a few times. You're celebrating. Was it 5 years, 6 years?
5 years.
5 years coming up. Tell us, how has that journey been? The ups and downs. There's something because we talk about it. I'm 5 years.
Yes.
But it ain't always cake and cookies and ice cream.
It's not. But I will say it's been very rewarding. 5 years is still Dr. Amber, but smarter.
Mhm.
Like even if I had to rebrand or start over, I started over with wisdom. I still started over with experience. So in the beginning, like I said, I didn't know anything. Especially in chiropractic care, you're treating your own patients. So now you got to figure out your own patients, who they are, your community. So the community that I started in, being the first female African-American chiropractor in that area, I'm bringing awareness because a lot of people still don't know about chiropractic care.
Right.
So I spent a lot of my time educating in the beginning, aside from getting more patients in. So now the education is there. I actually got a message this morning from someone telling me that, oh, yeah, I love her. I love her. She always gives me education. She always tells me what I need to do. That's my goal. Even if you don't come or continue to come, at least you leave there with some gems. So in 5 years, I can say that I felt like maybe I was too hard on myself. I didn't give myself enough grace.
Mhm.
I didn't really enjoy the ride as I should have. Everything was always pressure. But when you're building, you're trying to stay afloat and not go down. So you're always hustling. So it's not like I used to celebrate my wins a lot. Now I'm learning to sit in them, celebrate them. Like, look, you about to get a whole X-ray unit. A lot of people can't get that.
Right.
So it's like sit in that moment and realize, yeah, you might have lost some money with some patients or whatever the case may be, whatever relationships, because I deal with PI. So that's a whole nother world there. But you're actually going to put yourself in a better position now to negotiate stuff a little bit better to prove, hey, I'm here, I'm a staple, and I'm somebody you should be taking serious.
Right. And the fact that that, okay, I went to school, I'm a doctor. It doesn't stop there.
No.
It's a continuing process.
Correct. And it could sometimes feel like a burden because you're always putting constant pressure on yourself. So it's like, yeah, you're a doctor, you're this, you're that, but calm down. Everything, literally, spiritually, everything always aligns itself. So we stress. God doesn't stress. He slept through a storm. And we out here panicking about what's next. It's not about the panic. It's literally just riding the wave of what's going to happen and get into the other side. Because guess what? When you get to the other side, it's going to be something else too. So
it's always going to be
it's
something.
always going to be something else. So I'm talking about 5 years. 5 years, a lot has happened in those 5 years, but I'm still here to tell you that I made it to 5 years.
Absolutely. And looking forward to 5 more and as the time goes. And through those 5 years, obviously building a business, it's not just you.
No.
Talk about your team.
My team, they are amazing. Granted, I probably give them hell, excuse me. Because when you have a business, and this is something I talk about with other business owners, you can't really clone you. And your business is your baby. So you're trusting it with people who you need to properly train and make sure they have systems in place and they're running the place without you there. I'm not there now. It's still open and they're able to keep everything going. Community, they're able to be relatable. I utilize Miami-Dade County and Career Source to hire. So I'm using those resources to actually put back into the community. I have younger kids, they're learning, they're getting more experience. I have one right now that's in school right now to go to be in healthcare. So she's going to come back with me full time when she graduates. So it's me putting them together, They're working, they're actually learning, and they're growing their own careers. So yes, we work together good as a team, but I want to make sure whether they stay with me or not, wherever they go, they have those tools to actually work as a team wherever they go.
And you mentioned Career Source South Florida, a good friend Rick Beasley
Mhm.
and his team. Um, it, it's about relationships. And obviously, you've been a member of the chamber,
Mhm.
and you understand the importance of that. And a lot of people, they say, "Well, I joined the chamber. Well, I didn't get nothing out of it." And you done heard me say it. So
Listen.
explain to folks why it's important to build relationships like with Career Source and the chamber.
It's important because you never know when you need them. You may not feel like you should approach them right now because you're not about to hire for Career Source, for example. But it's good to know Rick, it's good to know Robert Parson, all those people, because when you need them, hey, I need to hire so and so. Hey, I'm going to put you with so and so down at this location. You put them together. As far as you all, people say they don't get anything out of the chamber. When I first met you all, FIU and Matthew sat with me to help me with my plan. They sat with me. It takes time. Nothing grows overnight, and you don't know this information. These are experts. They're using their tools and systems to help you build and grow. You put that plan in place. Now you go hire some people, put your systems and processes together, meet people like yourself. Hey, I connect with you. You told someone about me that was up here. You connect with people because you never know if they're going to be able to give you the business, but maybe they'll tell somebody else along the way. So you have to network and get to know your community, whether it be north or south. Yeah, I'm not north, but I do get a lot of people know me up north, and I
Right.
do get a lot of referrals where people still travel south because people travel where they like to go. So
Absolutely.
it doesn't matter where you try. I get attorney referrals from attorneys in Orlando that don't even know me.
Right.
So it's about building and keeping those connections because you never know when they might need to pick up the phone and say, hey, I got a patient for you. So,
Yeah. Talk about that side of the business. Hmm.
which side?
That one you just that attorney relationship.
Okay. The attorney relationship. So we do personal injury. We do treat car accident victims in the
Okay.
office. One thing that I will say, a lot of people are not educated on the background of how the process goes. So do you need an attorney automatically when you get in a car accident? If you're looking to sue, yes. You need a chiro, of course, to help prove that you have injuries. So if you come to me, you prove you have injuries, I help the attorney fight for your case so you get the money. When it comes to the patient side, I don't got time to be going to no doctors. You need me to come there all the time. You need me to do this. When it comes to the attorney, are they coming in? Are they doing this? And then when it comes to reductions, sometimes they lowball you on the end of that. But it just depends on the relationships that you have. Everyone's not. There's probably not a lot of good chiros that attorneys work with, and I could say the same for some of them. But you learn that by making errors and having mistakes. So I will say now in the game, I know how to have that conversation as far as leverage when it comes for me and my business because everybody's looking out for their own company. They're not looking out for you.
Right.
If you don't catch the fact that they're not looking out for you, you done lost some thousands of dollars sometimes.
Right. And that goes back to having the back of your house together, understanding
Mm-hmm.
the ins and outs of your business.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not just straightforward somebody walking in the office and they need an adjustment. There's many parts to running that business.
And with insurance now, insurance has risen. So a lot of people are not educated on their policies. So doctors' offices, we get the hard part of it because now I'm explaining to you your coverage in my office and you're pissed because it's expensive and you can't afford it. So in my eyes, I'm like, I'm just reading you off of what I see. Well, your office is too expensive. Actually, it's not because when you're an insurance company, you're locked into a discounted rate. My rate is actually higher. So their rate is fairly lowerable and what they feel is affordable for you to pay. So me having to educate my community also on what's covered, what's not covered. I'm going at it right now with a company that basically won't let me in and is holding me back from servicing my community. But I'm still going to fight because I feel like my community needs me. There's not a provider that looks like me on the panel or in the network. So
Right.
if I want to help the community, I need to fight for them to see how I can help them. It's not about money all the time. You're going to get the money on the other side.
Right.
Something's going to come. But you got a whole community out here who has only been selective to go to other providers. Why not somebody step up and say, hey, get somebody that looks like you so you can relate to these patients so they can understand so many misdiagnoses. They don't understand. The language barrier is not there. So I'm going to fight for it to see what happens. Stay tuned. You're going to call me back for that.
You know, this is a great conversation. I'm like so caught up in what you're saying, but how can someone get in touch with you?
You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Upright Spine Center. And then my personal page is Dr. Amber DC on both of those pages. Our office is located in Palmetto Bay, 9867 East Fern Street. Our phone number, 305-964-7413. I actually have my cell. You could call me, text me, let me know if you have any questions, 786-876-0309. Call me, let me know. That's how you can reach me.
Well, this has been the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. This has been Dr. Amber Williams with Upright Spine Center down in Palmetto Bay. We'll see you on the other side.
Today, I stand before you, a proud graduate of Miami-Dade College and the 5th president of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. I'm honored to return to the college that prepared me to become a leader in our community, providing an education second to none. So I'm asking you to please tune in every Monday at 12 noon to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce's Member Connection as I interview members of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce on our Facebook page at Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce or our YouTube channel, Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about the Chamber, please go to m-dcc.org or call the Chamber at 305-75